Yo, what up, everybody? Come on in. This is,
TaijhTV.
and welcome to TaijhTV. This episode, we will talk about Prince Andrews being stripped of his military rank by the Queen, his mother. Big deal. We're also going to talk about censorship from mainstream media to Joe Rogan. And then we're going to talk about today's events, the volcano erupting. And my theory, I gotta give you a theory, I know. But my theory to why that happened. All right, everyone, let's get this going. We're going to go back, way back. It's Max B doing it. Let's go.
We do it big like Tom Hanks. Hop in, you fucking with a top ring. Skating down the yellow brick road, I'm from the eyes. Repping my section for show, I'm on the job. Niggas can't do it, so they hate us. Rap niggas talking like pop till it's time to go to Vegas. Broomstick grinds, no gators. I don't do nothing retro, I stay rocking the latest. Digital watch face, remind me of the scale. Digital distribution for new clientele. Get it how we live, recover from every loss. I been paid the price, you can't afford the cost. Chevy SS's, slabs on spokes. Do it for the niggas moving packs off coke. Shots to clear 10, I do it like a whale. They devious because they ain't real. Me and my niggas doing that. I stay reppin' for the town though. Hey, where I go, I hold it down though. Me and my niggas doing that. Big blocks, big wheels, nigga. From the block, still scraping up. Me and my niggas doing it. Them niggas can't do it like us. This squad ain't moving like us. Me and my niggas doing it. I do the most when I'm standing in the spotlight, doing burnouts at the stoplight. Me and my niggas doing it. I do it big like Chris Wallace. Stop checking for these hoes and check for some dollars. I checks up, fuck checking in. I show love and get love from whatever hood I'm standing in. They time running out, so they panicking. Units ain't moving, they careers on mannequin. Caught up in the moment, try and be the man again. But niggas gon' lose, try and play the same hand again. I max bet with beginner's luck. I cash out and start meal walking to the bus. Tell the bartender, fuck a shot, fill the cup. And tell that nigga rolling tree up to fill the blunt, nigga, what? They can't keep up with us for fast living. Electronic transmission got me slap shifting. We pulling out muscle cars and bad bitches. They hate on the org because me and my niggas doing that. I stay reppin' for the town though. Hey, where I go, I hold it down though. Me and my niggas doing that. Big blocks, big wheels, nigga. From the block, still scraping up. Me and my niggas doing it. Them niggas can't do it like us. This squad ain't moving like us. Me and my niggas doing it. I do the most when I'm standing in the spotlight, doing burnouts at the stoplight. Me and my niggas doing it. Me and my niggas doing it.
Yeah, Max Bet doing it. Well, let's get to it. Prince Andrews stripped of his military titles. Buckingham Palace announced Thursday that Queen Elizabeth has stripped her son, Prince Andrew, of all military titles. He will no longer be entitled to use his Royal Highness as a form of address. This is big fucking news. This is big fucking news. The action, effective immediately, means he is now forced to defend his sexual abuse case in the United States as a private citizen. The case, or the civil case brought by Virginia Guffrey, is due to move into a discovery phase soon, where Andrew may have to sit for an interview under oath. This is big fucking news, everyone. Don't let the media tell you that this is nothing. Don't let your best friend who's drinking all the fluoride water tell you this is nothing. He was snitched on. And the government feels they have more than enough evidence, more than enough she say from the victim, alleged victim, to find this man guilty. If he is sued and he loses, I'm telling you right now, he's going to die. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, he's going to die. I'm calling it out. The Queen stripped him of the possibilities of him tainting the royal name. And in her mind, that possibility is real. So ask yourself, how much info does the Queen herself know? You see, the Queen is 90 plus years old. She's been through it all. She has every country wrapped around her fingers with, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and their lineage. This is a powerful, powerful family. I don't think we grasp that in 2022. I don't think millennials really give a fuck. We kind of go with the flow. But if you were to ask your grandparents, or if some of you are fortunate to have your great grandparents around, ask them what the Queen means. For her to forcefully strip her son, I believe this is her second son, right? Charles is the first. I think this is the second. For her to strip her son of his Royal Highness status is big. That means she knows he's probably going to fucking lose this. Or he's probably going to settle out of court, which is going to make him look guilty, which is going to bring dishonor to the family. You can't be a royal and bring dishonor. What? There's rules with being a royal. There's fucking rules. Didn't one of her other sons give up his title, his royalty status, because he married a woman that was married before, had kids with someone else or some shit like that? Oh, there's rules with that family. Big rules. And this guy, Andrew guy, he's going down. He's going down like it's going down like Twin Towers on 9/11. I'm sorry to say, but he is. It's inevitable. My question is, who else will he bring down with him? Now, I know they said Giselle Maxwell didn't snitch on anyone, yada, yada, yada. She's not going to do it with this guy running the show, and I mean Joe Biden, because some of his friends are on that flight log. But I'm pretty sure things have been said about other people. Will he double down on that? Well, Prince Andrews, that is. Will he double down and say, yeah, I seen Bill Clinton there, and he was doing it with me? Will he? He might. He might. But he won't be a prince doing it. he won't be of royal status doing it. No, get down there with the peasants. You want to do peasant shit? Go be with the peasants. There's no telling what they do at Buckingham Palace. There's no telling the wicked shit they do at Buckingham Palace. And trust me, there's wicked shit there. The reason why they feel that they're royal, or they have indoctrinated society that they are royal, is because they feel like they have the blood of God running through their veins. Not too long ago, that they had to have kids with other family members to keep the blood going, the bloodline going, so they wouldn't taint it. There's no telling what wickedness that they do on Buckingham Palace. And the Queen herself was probably like, you could have did that here. Go be with the peasants. You want to be in America, go rot in America. Was that a good impression? I think it was. Salute to me. Salute to me. But my question, actually, it's not my question. This is kind of a fact. This story was dropped on the 13th of January. There was something on Twitter from USA Today that happened a couple days before the story dropped that bugged me out so bad. So bad. It really fucking pissed me off, to be factual. This guy is going down over some sexual assault shit with the minor, the prince or the former prince. But this is what USA Today tweeted 2 days prior before this news dropped. On Twitter, USA Today Live tweeted, when most of the public thinks of pedophilia, they assume it's synonymous with child sexual abuse. A pedophile is an adult who is sexually attracted to children. But not all pedophiles abuse kids. And some people who sexually abuse kids are not pedophiles. That was tweeted on the 11th, 2 days before the news dropped from USA Today. Why would they just drop this out of nowhere? What would get them to drop this 2 days out of nowhere? If you ask me, the Queen asked them to do a favor, to try to right a wrong, so to speak, or try to smooth shit out. I guess that's a better analogy. She wanted to smooth everything out, make people forget or make people have compassion for her son. Now, I know you're going to ask yourself, how the fuck is the Queen or what relationship does she have with a USA Today? Well, let's get to the founder of USA Today. Gannett Company, Inc., an American mass media holding company headquartered in Virginia and the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. But let's scroll down a little bit so you can see the ties, I should say. On May 14th, 2014, Gannett announced the acquisition of 6 stations from Texas-based Loudoun Broadcasting Company and a $215 million deal. I went through this fucking company. They have connections with London. They have connections with the Queen. You can't be a media outlet and not have connections, well, at least over there overseas, and not have connections with the Queen. She tells you what to publish. Do you guys remember a couple years ago, Harry's wife? I think she just wants some money, by the way, but she was getting, or they were just talking trash on her, bashing her like crazy, and she blamed the royal family on the media's blasting. That told me right there that the royal family controls the media there, pretty much like our government controls the media here. Scandal-ridden CNN sees ratings dive by 90%. That's damn near impossible to accomplish. It's damn near impossible, but they've accomplished it. CNN's ratings took a nosedive by a massive 90%, both overall and in the all-important demographic coveted by advertisers in the first week of the new year. The Jeff Zucker-led cable news network averaged just 548,000 viewers. Wow. Dropped from near 2.7 million viewers. Wow. I wonder why. I wonder, do a lot of Americans, just fuck it, people around the world, I wonder, are they waking the fuck up and they're seeing that the mainstream legacy media have been full of shit for far too long? You see, I think the internet was made for truth to come out. You don't make something that you can see while it's happening, when it's happening, at the location it's happening, for no reason, at high speeds. And what I mean by that is, back in the day, it would take weeks, days, for you to hear a story to come out, like this pedophile shit. It would take you weeks for it to come out. It would have to get cleared by yada, 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 yada. Now the internet is so beautiful, people get on Twitter and they just tweet it up. They go on Facebook and they watch videos of Kazakhstan and the people taking over the government while it's happening. They don't have to wait on the media to do it. So I wonder, the 90% drop from CNN, is it because people are finally waking the fuck up and they're seeing that the media is full of shit? This is something that can't be ignored. The media has lied to you. I'm going to say the media has lied about inflation. Just last week, they said inflation was at 7% year over year. But if you go to the grocery store, everything is marked up probably close to 70, 80%. Things you would spend $200 on 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you're not getting those same things for $200. Motherfuckers used to buy food stamps from people thinking that they were about to get a bargain. Now it's better just to use this monopoly money that they give us. But the media said that inflation was good for the country. The destruction of the dollar, the destruction of your livelihood, your retirement, your chance to finally be free in a country that promotes freedom. And they said inflation was a good thing. They tell you that pedophilia is somewhat a good thing for people who aren't abusing children. That USA Today tweet was who they were, who they are, the media, the legacy media. They want to hide their buddies, the people they take money from. They want to hide them. They want to make them look good to us. A lot of these people are wicked. Shit, Cuomo from this show, wicked, or ex-employee of CNN, wicked. His brother, wicked. Everyone that the legacy media has propped up has a wicked side of them. You have to remember, at a point in time, they didn't want to give Martin Luther King time to shine on on TV, because he wasn't one of them at the time. He wasn't one of them. Malcolm X as well. You see, George Carlin was correct. He was correct in what he said, that it's a big club and we're not in it. And it's getting obvious now. And that's why I think you see a 90% drop in CNN. I mean, it's pretty bad other way around. But CNN, 90%, it's horrible. But this is what the media does in return. Whenever they see that their viewership's not up, they're losing influence. See, these big media companies, they don't give a fuck about money. They're going to have advertisement because they have relationships with these people. They do wicked things together. But it's the influence that they lose. And that's what they crave. Because I've said it before. The greatest power a man, a woman can possess is influence. That goes with companies as well. So when they see that they're losing their influence, this is what they do right here. They pay off doctors to fucking write the Congress, write the Senate, write Spotify, and beg them to let Joe Rogan go or stop him from spreading false and harmful COVID-19 claims. A lot of what he said is true. Now, if you watch the Joe Rogan show, you know he's not far right or far left. He's objective. What the media is supposed to be. That's how the media sold their enterprise, was being objective, fair news. Now every news station has a side that they take. So it's refreshing when people hear Joe Rogan. It used to be refreshing when people heard Joe Budden. Now he's corny as fuck now. Star from the Star Report. It's refreshing to hear this objective perspectives. A coalition of hundreds of doctors and public health experts have called out Spotify for allowing Joe Rogan to spread false, harmful assertions about coronavirus and vaccinations. In an open letter published Monday, more than 270 medical professionals urged Spotify to stop enabling its hosted media to damage public trust and scientific research. If you ask me, a lot of scientific research has happened on the Joe Rogan podcast. A lot of answers or a lot of questions were answered on the Joe Rogan's podcast. When he's wrong, he's wrong. He's not going to rebut you to the point of he's choosing a side. I just watched a clip of him the other day. He was wrong about something about coronavirus. They looked it up and he apologized and kept moving. But they don't want you to think for yourself. Science that can't be questioned is not science. I believe in that. I fucking wholeheartedly believe in that. We should all believe in that. This science that they're giving us with this over this C-19, this science is a bias, a one-sided and only one highway-sided information. It's you will do it this way. This is the way. You will wear that mask. If you can't buy an N95, you can't buy a medical mask, make a cloth mask. Just for 2 years later for them to say cloth masks don't work. I wonder how many people got sick because of that information. Therapeutics. Oh, you can't do therapeutics. President Trump is out of his mind. Joe Rogan's out of his mind. That black doctor who she damn near lost her fucking profession over the media, the United States media. That doesn't work. Therapeutics does not work. Comes to find out, therapeutics, it does work. Herd immunity doesn't work. It seems like anything, the far right or anyone who was conservative, whenever that they put something out there, hey, let's try this. No, it won't work. Comes to find out 2 years later, it does work. Like herd immunity. Now they're talking about we need to accomplish herd immunity. When Donald Trump was talking about herd immunity 2 years ago, the world laughed at him. The world fucking laughed at him. When Joe Rogan talked about herd immunity, the world laughed at him. It's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts. But this is what they do. They have to stop the challenging. They have to do what Nazi Germany did. They have to establish their own propaganda, and this is the only propaganda that will be established. The elite, they do crazy things, dude. Crazy fucking things. But go to the next part of this. We're going to watch a video of Tongo, whatever the fuck it was called. If it loads up for me. Computer's glitching and shit. Seems like anytime I talk about like elitists or pretty much Illuminati shit or the C-19 or vaccinations or anything like that, it seems like I'm always having issues. But whenever I talk about the dumb shit, you know, the rap shit and all that.
Hi there, I'm meteorologist Robert Spence. I want to talk
like
about this volcanic eruption in the South Pacific here overnight in the United States.
All right, here we go.
United States. That is during the evening hours in Tonga. It occurred just off the coast of Tonga. It was an underwater volcanic eruption and absolutely massive. Satellite imagery here, you can see that ash cloud just blowing up here. Now, this is in the South Pacific and not expecting any impacts on the continental United States, but American Samoa actually pretty close to it. That is technically part of the United States right there. Now, there was a local tsunami in Tonga reported as well as plenty of ash, but this is also what what I want to show you, and I can still show you this here on satellite imagery, is the sonic boom that spread out from this right after it erupted. You can see that right there. Watch kind of that wave that moves away from the epicenter of this. And that sonic boom, a very loud noise. If you're here in the First Coast, you hear those when space craft return.
Yada, yada, yada. There was a underwater volcano explosion. That's what the media is giving us. That's what they're feeding us. An underwater volcano explosion. But let's look at Tongo and the moves that they did a couple days ago. On the 13th of January, Tongo to copy El Salvador's bill making Bitcoin legal tender. In a ruling that is almost identical to the El Salvador bill, Tongan bigwig Lord, I don't know how to say the name, anticipates that his country could adopt Bitcoin by November. Another domino is lined up to fall down the route of Bitcoinization on Wednesday. A former lawmaker of the Pacific Island nation of Tonga shared a play-by-play approach to adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. 2 days ago, huh? 2 days ago. So in 2 days from this exciting news of Bitcoin being legal tender, a fucking volcano explodes underwater. No one damn well. Hear me out here. Hear me out. I know I'm going down the fucking rabbit hole here, but hear me out. They know damn well, with all the satellites that we have in the sky, we have no satellites, no cameras underneath the ocean. There's no way to see that eruption underneath the water. Now, they show us smoke and all that shit from the ground level, the sea level, but there's no way to tell that a volcano exploded underwater. There's no way to tell that. So here's my theory. Here's my theory. I think Tonga, they pissed off the elites, the IMF, the World Economic Forum, the BIS. I think they pissed them off by doing this. I think that the whole El Salvador Bitcoin legal tender thing is a ploy to normalize digital assets, not necessarily digital currencies. I think they're going to make Bitcoin illegal, just like China, just like Russia, just like we will. I think Bitcoin will be illegal as far as a currency, as a stored wealth, as just a speculation. Yeah, they're going to let you do that. But as a currency, I think El Salvador was a test for us, the citizens of the world, to be normalized with a digital asset being a legal currency. So that way they can achieve their one world currency. That is coming. It is coming. And it won't be the American dollar. It won't be the digital yuan. It won't be the ruble. It won't be nothing. It won't be the yen. It's going to be a digital asset. And that digital asset is going to be able to carry gold, silver, stocks, everything. It's going to have everything on it, on its ledger. It won't be Bitcoin. Bitcoin's too outdated. But when Tonga decides that we're going to do it too. So Tonga's in debt. They need anything and everything to happen for them. This is Breitbart.com. This is Klaus Schwab. I think that's how you say it. Klaus Schwab. And the Chinese president right there, getting their meeting started in 2018. Well, Klaus, however the fuck you say his fucking name, he's a German. He warned about attacks on critical infrastructures, misinformation, fraud, and digital safety in 2022 will impact public trust in digital systems and increase costs for all stakeholders. you do not move until they tell you to move. And yes, the Tonga is down with the IMF. They're down with this whole new financial system. But you do not move and you do not do things until we tell you to. See, I guarantee the MP of Tonga thought, you know what, El Salvador, they're a shithole country. We're a shithole country. Let's adopt Bitcoin too. Let's create generational wealth for our people too. I guarantee that's what they thought. Without knowing that El Salvador is testing grounds. The people over there, they hate Bitcoin. Fucking hate it. They want the American dollar. They fucking hate Bitcoin. If you don't believe me, I'm going to break this shit down. I got you. I'm taking you down the rabbit hole with me here. Fortune. The IMF warns cryptocurrency is not suitable as legal tender. The International Monetary Fund published a blog Monday warning that the risk and costs that come with making cryptocurrencies legal tender outweigh the benefits. That was the fucking warning to everyone else. Do not make crypto legal tender yet. There's a plan. Nothing is a coincidence. El Salvador didn't just wake up one day in that poor ass country and say, we're going to buy up hundreds, if not thousands of Bitcoins. No. They were told to do so. They were told. You do as you're told. List of countries that are down with the IMF. There's a list of countries. Let's go down. Let's see if we can see our countries that we're talking about. There's El Salvador. They've been a member since March 14th, 1946. Let's see if we can see Tonga. They're a little down on the list. But they're on here. Just takes a minute to get there. There goes Tonga. They've been a member since September 13th, 1985. You see, this thing here is not by chance. This new financial system that many people are talking about, it's not by chance. It's just not, oops, we're going to adopt digital currencies. No. They've groomed us for digital currency. They've groomed us for it. The only issue in America with digital currency is it's going to devalue the American dollar. You see, every country is going to have their own form of a currency. But like I said before, everything's going to be a 1 for 1. It's not going to be a 1 for 11 or a 3 for 1. No. And I'm talking about different currencies matching up to the American dollar. No, the American dollar is going to equal 1 peso. It's going to be a 1 for 1, and there's going to be a bridge digital asset that makes them cross borders. That is going to be the one world currency that nobody will own. If we so happen to have it, you will be priced out. Trust me. But there's a fucking plan here, and it's so fucking obvious. But yet the media, with their persuasion, their deceit, their lies, they tell you that a goddamn volcano erupted under the ocean. Well, I know you're going to ask me, what could that have been? That was such a big explosion. It had to be natural. No, it did not. It didn't have to be natural. Russia is testing a nuclear torpedo. You can't make this shit up. Radioactive tsunamis off the U.S. coast, April 7, 2021. You can't make this shit up. Russia is not the only one either. We've done it. We fucking gave Australia nuclear submarines. China has nuke submarines. You don't believe me? I look up everything that I'm telling you. This shit's all been documented. They have to tell us that they have this shit But they don't have to tell us what they do with the shit. You understand? In August, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced plans to acquire 2 nuclear submarines equipped with ballistic missiles. And China, which owns 4 ballistic missile submarines, boasts a force of 50 diesel electric attack submarines. A warning to Tonga and anyone who wants to act like Tonga. This was a fucking warning. There is no acting on your own. There is none of that. You act when we tell you to act. Everyone will have a digital currency, and the poor countries, your economy will rise once everything is a 1-for-1. You have to be patient. Tonga making a Bitcoin their illegal currency, illegal tender. This was their warning. Don't do it again, if you ask me. If you ask me. But that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about today. Salute to me. This has been TaijhTV. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. And I'll catch you guys Tuesday. Peace out.